Well, I think gender for everybody should be important. It's half of the population, and I think that the results of program and even the development and the evolution of the world show that the women are very important.
Women do indeed play an important role in development. A recent workshop at Commission headquarters looked at ways to improve the gender development relationship. Participants focused on putting political and policy dialogue on gender equality into development cooperation. The two-day event included the sharing of good practices, like this one from the EU delegation to Peru.
En fait, dans le cas du Pérou, je dirais que on a la chance d'avoir une politique sociale qui a été mise en œuvre depuis 2001, donc depuis de longues années, et qui est une politique qui s'est intégrée dans la continuité. Ça, je crois qu'il faut d'abord parler de ça. Ensuite, un autre point qui est extrêmement important, c'est la mise en œuvre à partir de 2008 de budgets orientés aux résultats. Ce qui donne, je dirais, une porte d'entrée très intéressante pour inclure des indicateurs de genre dans la gestion des finances publiques, tant sur la budgétisation que pour les dépenses. Et dans le cas du Pérou, on a eu aussi l'avantage de pouvoir travailler avec l'Organisation des Nations Unies pour les femmes, UNO Women maintenant, qui sont en coordination avec le ministère de l'économie et des finances pour intégrer les dimensions de genre dans la budgétisation. Et alors ça, c'est d'autant plus concret que maintenant, dans la loi de finances pour le budget 2011 et la loi de finances qui est en préparation pour le budget 2012, les ministères, les secteurs ont l'obligation d'intégrer la dimension du genre dans leur budget. En clair, ça veut dire de faire une désagrégation des dépenses et des budgets en fonction de critères de genre comme femmes et hommes.
In Burkina Faso, delegation staff are also making efforts to integrate gender issues in each programme design. Not always an easy task.
I think it was the most difficult thing to do, because how to be concrete, how to persuade colleagues to do it, and how to do it. So I think the most effective way was at the very beginning of a program. And at the very beginning of a program, we have to do an identification fiche for the Commission, just to identify a project. And so there is a group in the headquarters who are checking the cross-cutting issue and all the issue. But I thought it was very good that in our delegation we start to do the same before sending the fiche to the headquarters. And so I asked to participate to each meeting to really check the gender issues. And I think it's a good way to do it, because it takes some time, and through all the question and all the analysis of the sectors, I put some ideas about how to better put the gender issue into it.
Staff are also obliged to work closely with other donors to harmonise their efforts. To do this, the staff in Burkina Faso have found it useful to set up an online workspace, like those available on Capacity for Dev.
We have a plan of action of the European Union. That's an obligation, and it's an obligation to work with the member states. And one of the obligations is to set up a coordination group, a donor coordination group. But in Burkina Faso, it was already existing before the plan of action, and it's not only with member states, but it's also with the UN system, with the World Bank and the other bank and all the regional coordination group. So it's a very strong group. But as you know, there are so many activities, so many sectors in the development issues, so many cross-cutting issues at the moment that we have too much to do. And as a gender focal point is not the only task. So we found also that there were more and more documents and interesting tools, but that nobody knows. So we decided to create a website, first of all to share all the documents and interesting toolkits and interesting, yes, decision report to put on it, but then to have a kind of very quick chat group, because we have a lot of meetings and we cannot all go to the meetings. So we share information through that net and website together through the gender members. And so we send just a quick email saying who can go to that meeting tomorrow, who can share this experience through this meeting. And I think it's a very quick, effective way to share information, to be pragmatic, to put some amendment, modification in documents and so on.